Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. A big man is a necessity for next season, and that is manager Rob Pelinka on his toes and bringing in a giant player to solve the problems in the paint. Rumor: Lakers want to sign giant Kristaps Porzingis for next season. The Los Angeles Lakers backcourt drastically improved with the groundbreaking Anthony Davis-Luka Doncic swap in February. Adding Doncic, an intelligent guard with a methodical offensive approach and an extraordinarily high ceiling, should give the Lakers enough firepower to compete for titles in the Western Conference. However, the franchise's low post play has suffered since ESPN's Shams Charania announced the NBA-altering trade on February 2 involving the Lakers and Dallas Mavericks. Although Jackson Hayes has played well enough to earn a new contract in free agency, he won't make Los Angeles feel confident about their frontcourt situation beyond this season. In the offseason, Los Angeles could pair the LeBron James clan and Doncic with an NBA champion forward who could win another championship in June. Kristaps Porzingis spent 3 seasons with the New York Knicks, 3 with the Mavericks, and 2 with the Washington Wizards before landing with the Boston Celtics in 2023. Porzingis was limited to 7 postseason games with the Celtics last year due to a calf strain and torn medial retinaculum. Still, the jack-of-all-trades 7'2" center was an impactful interior force for Joe Mazzulla's club when he was cleared for action. Porzingis, who creates open looks for himself on the perimeter, plays various roles in ball screen situations, and adequately protects the rim, averaged 12.3 points and 1.6 blocks per game, shooting 46.7% from the field and 34.5% from beyond the arc. While the 29-year-old veteran has dealt with injury issues this season, he continues to show why he's a valuable contributor for the reigning NBA champions. In 40 contests, Porzingis averages 19.3 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks per game, shooting 48.5% from the field and 40.4% from three-point range. However, recent reports indicate that the 2015 lottery pick, slated to earn $30 million next year, could be traded once free agency begins. In that case, the Lakers could bolster their frontcourt depth by aggressively pursuing Porzingis this summer. A potential deal could require Los Angeles to involve another franchise or two to make it work. Still, it isn't too early to envision Porzingis joining the Lake Show and giving J.J. Redick more ammunition to work with. J.J. Redick, Dalton Knecht could help Lakers win multiple playoff games. As the postseason nears, Los Angeles Lakers rookie Dalton Knecht has often found himself on the outside looking in for a rotation spot. Head coach J.J. Redick is beginning to key in on a playoff rotation consisting of 8 or 9 players. Despite some strong showings in March, Knecht has found himself getting either minimal minutes or not seeing the floor at all in recent games. But in Friday's game against the New Orleans Pelicans, Rui Hachimura got a rest day and the rookie got an opportunity to play. In 20 minutes, Knecht provided 12 points off the bench and Redick emphasized that the team has not lost faith in him and believes his offense can help LA potentially win playoff games. "Yeah, I mean, again, I said pre-game, we haven't given up on Dalton," Redick said after their 124-108 win. "We feel like he's a guy who can help us win a game in the playoffs, maybe multiple games because of his shooting and his ability to score. I thought it was a great way for him to start tonight with an offensive rebound on a crash and tip in, just showing how locked in he was to the game. And I think that the basketball gods reward that." Knecht was crucial in the first quarter as he immediately drilled 2 3-pointers when the Lakers' offense was reeling. With New Orleans being one of the worst teams in the NBA, the purple and gold could not lose this game and Knecht made sure things didn't trend in the wrong direction. To get this high praise from a head coach is important, especially as the 23-year-old's minutes have been limited and his confidence could decrease as a result. It could have been easy for Knecht to check out, however, he has stayed ready for when his number is called. Once the playoffs kick off, Redick's rotation will draw eyes as Knecht's minutes hinge on the opponent. If LA is ever in a rut offensively though, the former Tennessee Volunteer can certainly help. Dalton Knecht focused on being aggressive and himself when on court. Not many rookies can stomach not playing heaving minutes given their prolific careers leading up to the NBA. Dalton Knecht has displayed a veteran mindset in his time with the Lakers, however. Despite not seeing time on the floor as of late, when he does get an opportunity, Knecht is focused on being himself and staying aggressive by looking for his shot. J.J. Redick gives Lakers big three vote of confidence amid defensive struggles. Los Angeles Lakers head coach J.J. Redick has made it clear he isn't worried about his Big Three's recent defensive struggles as the NBA playoffs loom. The Los Angeles Lakers are officially in the NBA regular season's final stretch. Only 5 games separate the Lakers from the 2024-25 postseason, and some of the matchups are pivotal, including the following 2 taking place against the league-leading Oklahoma City Thunder. Even though the Lakers' Big Three, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves, are capable of sinking shots with the Thunder and the rest of the best offenses the NBA has to offer, the trio's defense has come into question in recent weeks. Naturally, Los Angeles fans are worried if those issues will be detrimental to the team's future potential playoff success. Having said that, if you ask head coach J.J. Redick about those worries, he clearly isn't losing any sleep over the situation. J.J. Redick confident in Big Three amid defensive slump. Following Friday's 124-108 win over the New Orleans Pelicans, Redick told reporters he isn't worried about the Big Three's defensive shortcomings. If anything, the Lakers expected the trio to have some rough patches after Doncic was acquired from the Dallas Mavericks in February. "I don't make a ton of it," Redick said about the Big Three's defensive struggles, per the Orange County Register's Kobe Price. "I don't think the expectation, at least internally for us, was we're going to be the 2016-2017 Warriors or this year's Oklahoma City Thunder. We didn't expect that. So the disjointedness of an in-season trade is there." Even though the expected struggles eventually materialized, Redick is confident that his star players will do what it takes to weather any storm. "Those guys are committed to making it work with each other when they're on the court," the Lakers coach added. "They're committed to making it work when there are 2 of them are on the court or one of them is on the court. It's a work in progress. We all knew that was going to be the case." It might be a small sample size, but the Lakers' defense has noticeably improved throughout the last week. They've held their last 3 opponents to 109.7 points on a 45.8% field goal percentage. During that stretch, Los Angeles' Big Three has outscored the opposition by 11.4 points per 100 possessions when they're on the floor, according to Price. Lakers confident in chemistry for Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves. Coach J.J. Redick says the key to the star trio thriving on the court at the same time is understanding what works for us. With his team looking to create separation against an undermanned New Orleans Pelicans team that wouldn't go away easily Friday night, Lakers coach J.J. Redick leaned on the collective offense prowess of his 3 best players to close out the game. And he did so by having them all directly involved in the offensive actions to keep the Pelicans off balance. With the Lakers leading the Pelicans 106-95 with 6:30 remaining, Reeves set a pin-down screen for James near the left elbow as Doncic held the ball above the three-point arc with Jackson Hayes and Dorian Finney-Smith spaced out in the corners. Instead of setting a ram screen, when a player receives an off-ball screen before setting a ball screen, James curled off Reeves' screen back into the paint, receiving the pass from Doncic and backing down defender Keon Brooks Jr. inside the paint before making a layup. The Lakers set up a similar alignment on their next possession, but Brooks overplayed the screen Reeves was setting for James by turning his body parallel to the baseline between James and Reeves. This gave James an opening to cut into the paint for an easy layup with the assist from Doncic to put the Lakers ahead 110-97. 1 minute later, the Lakers went back to the offensive action, but the Pelicans were ready. The Lakers went through multiple options within the action, including Reeves coming off a Hayes exit screen and a James to Reeves dribble handoff, before Reeves swung the ball back to Doncic above the break, with Doncic finding the hole in the Pelicans' defense. Hayes set a step-up on-ball screen for Doncic, with both of their defenders staying close to Doncic and Reeves' defender, Brooks, peeling into the paint to take away Hayes' dive to the rim, leaving Reeves wide open above the three-point line. Doncic looked at Reeves, acting like he was going to pass in his direction, momentarily drawing Brooks closer to Reeves before passing to Hayes wide open inside the paint for a dunk. 3 half-court possessions, 3 scores at the basket, increasing the Lakers' lead from 9 to 13 points with just under 5 minutes left in a game they won 124-108. "That's how you have to walk a game down up 9, 6 minutes to go," Redick said. "Just methodical, exhausting everything." Even though the stretch came against a Pelicans team that lost 11 of its previous 16 games, the Lakers were encouraged by how they saw their 3 best players operating alongside one another, especially after the recent dialogue surrounding them. The Lakers entered Friday losing the minutes when Doncic, James, and Reeves were on the court together, being outscored by 24 points in the 320 minutes they played with each other in 16 games. They were being outscored by 3.5 points per 100 possessions when lineups featuring Doncic, James, and Reeves were on the court together entering Friday, well below the expectation for a team looking to contend for a championship when its 3 best players are on the floor. But Friday was another positive step of the Lakers understanding how to maximize the minutes Doncic, James, and Reeves played. "Obviously, like we talk about, it's still a work in progress," Doncic said. "We haven't had many practices together, but I think we're getting more comfortable, like you saw, on Friday. It's getting better." The Lakers won the 22 minutes when the star trio was on the court against the Pelicans by 2. In 27 minutes during Thursday's loss to the Golden State Warriors, the Lakers won the minutes Doncic, James, and Reeves were on the floor together by 5. They outscored the Houston Rockets by 10 points in the 23 minutes when lineups featuring the trio were on the court together. The Lakers won the 72 minutes with their star trio on the floor together by 17 points in their last 3 games, 11.4 points per 100 possessions, after losing the previous 270 minutes by 39 points, being outscored by 6.7 points per 100 possessions, in their first 14 games together. "There's a lot of room to grow," Redick said. "Particularly just with understanding what works for us. That's the biggest thing, what works for us." The Lakers have a 119.6 offensive rating, points scored per 100 possessions, when Doncic, James, and Reeves are on the floor together, which ranks in the 84th percentile among all lineups that have played at least 100 possessions according to Cleaning the Glass. But their defense, specifically a 121.6 defensive rating, has been the reason they've lost the minutes Doncic, James, and Reeves are on the court together. "I don't make a ton of it," Redick said earlier in the week when asked about the team losing the minutes the star trio shared the floor. "I don't think the expectation, at least internally for us, was we're going to be the 2016 to 2017 Warriors or this year's Oklahoma City Thunder. We didn't expect that. So the disjointedness of an in-season trade is there. Those guys are committed to making it work with each other when they're on the court. They're committed to making it work when there are 2 of them are on the court or one of them is on the court. It's a work in progress. We all knew that was going to be the case."